I just haven't touched another human soul in like a year and a half, so I don't know what to do anymore. And then there are going to be the people that are going to be like, yeah, like dive on people, glomp on top of you, and trying to give you the giant hug and a big wet sloppy kiss, and it's like, oh man, just take it easy. Hopefully there's a lot of people that are in the middle of that. We don't want two extremes. In the bottom left, this is Haas.
And in the top right, in the red, it's ButAlways. So it looks like just a high ground gate for both sides to start. Haas is sending the first probe out on the map to scout. Also check the common location for a proxy 2-gate cannon rush, the Zealot cannon rush, on his way across the map. But always checks his own natural. I love that they're both checking for gateways like built right next to their base. Shows definitely the meta between these two.
It's two Taiwanese Protosses, Pig. They, you know, while a lot of us were going out there and getting girlfriends and such, these guys were studying the blade. This is a very, very serious and incredibly delicate match between two very aggressive players from a very strange region.
And interestingly, it's a gate expand here for Haas, and he starts his second gas very early before resuming probing. So Haas, I think, wants to try and get out an Oracle and Void Rays and that sort of stuff pretty quickly. ButAlways is already proxying on the map.
Haas might see it as his probes come home, though. It depends on the angle. No, he actually misses it here.
These little grass area on both sides of the map is somewhere where your workers never will naturally go when crossing across. You need to actually be moving like left to right on the map, which you never are at the start. And it's Robo, yeah. So I actually prefer ButAlways build. He's going to be going, he might even proxy a third gate. Yeah, there. This is old school proxy Robo. And he's basically just going to get a Prism out and like 8, 9, 10 Stalkers. He's going to be assaulting that natural. Oh, but Haas, he's going forward. He's doing the Maxpax defense. He's going to defend with Cannon Void Ray.
Yeah, I was about to say that this actually looks all right for Haas. It's obviously an extremely committed and very scary attack from ButAlways on the way here. He's also a little bit blocked in 31. But having the Forge, having the Stargate, you got access to Void Rays and Cannons, and that's a really good start defensively. Of course, it does matter on execution here.
That 31 supply block is planned. He was blocked on his Prism for his Immortal for 1 second only. He had nothing else he wanted to be building during that time. So that was like perfect pro gamer build order. That was a planned supply block. One of the rare times where it actually is. Haas there trying to get some damage out using his shield battery. He's got a Void Ray and a cannon on the way. His Stalker needs to stop that cannon taking too much damage. You might have to cancel that now. It's taken a big beating.
It's only a few shots away from dead. I agree with you there. Shield barrier on the left going to juice up that Stalker a little bit more. Oh, one more shot.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't go too far out, Haas.
Debated.
But he... Oh, Void Ray's here. Void Ray says no. Void Ray says no. Second Void Ray's coming out. And oh man, the Void Ray is such a good unit at chasing down Stalkers. The way it can move and shoot like that when it's just chasing in one direction is crazy. And while Immortal comes forward, Prism is not here yet. I kind of wish ButAlways went straight for the Prism here. I think that would have been very nice. But honestly, the cannon defense, this is so big brain from Haas. He's on 32 probes. He's just building tons of cannons and batteries, and you're never going to be able to pick up into the main, not against Void Rays.
Yeah, quite right. Like your next phase is, like you said, to get up the Prism, to load up things like the Immortal and juggle that thing around, try and crack the main base, but you have to go through the natural. You don't have the mobility because those Void Rays are here to stop exactly this.
Building shield batteries on the front, now using force fields or Guardian Shield potentially as well, but cannons are just one of the highest damage things you can get. For only 150 minerals, I mean, these 3 cannons with shield batteries healing them, there is no way to break this. This looks like just an amazing build order from Haas. A fantastic hold so far.
Yeah, triple Void Ray with the shield battery support and the cannons as well, putting in an extra DPS on these units, but always can't even get near this Warwind.
He's lost only 1 sentry so far in this last little fight. It's crazy how good he is at keeping the Stalkers alive. The problem is he hasn't actually damaged any of the cannons yet or anything. The battery overcharge can still come down. He gets a Void Ray.
All right, all right. I mean, that's pretty big damage. Losing the Immortal sucks. Obviously, we're getting the Void Ray. Nice, nice, nice. Well done.
Oh, 35 probes, though. Every second that goes by, Haas is making so much stuff. Void Ray count grows. He's building batteries on the high ground as well. And he just knows as long as he hangs on here, he's mining way more than ButAlways.
Yeah. Quite true, quite true. That's always the case here. When you're one-basing like this, the longer the game goes, the worse it is for you. You need to hit, and you need to hit hard and early. The guy with the natural nexus, who's up 17 workers, is going to be a problem for you. Oh, he gets into the main here. He's kind of giving Haas a little bit of early warning, though.
Doesn't want to lose the prism. It's just so fragile. Oh, man. Prismatic alignment. Oh.
I mean, Haas is going to lose a Void Ray, but always going to lose the prism in every Stalker, and that's GG. Haas takes game 1.
Crazy expansions versus one gate Stalker Prism. Well, you know, it's that thing where as a caster you come in and you're like, to be honest, my information on these players might be outdated. I don't want to sell the wrong story, but then you're like, oh, no, these guys are still playing the same. There it is.
That actually, you know, Haas is one of those Protosses who, as we mentioned sort of in the rundown, he was, at least for me, one of the highest level players that I ever saw go Nexus first in PvP. And that build from ButAlways, it's pretty damn good against Nexus first. Your proxy robotics facility, it's pretty damn good. But I think Haas is, once you get that one Void Ray up, you already start to feel a lot safer against this. This was like, oddly enough, even though it's just a handful of units, probably the most dangerous part for Haas. But as you get to this point, you got triples, you got triple Void Ray, you got all these cannons still up, pretty healthy cannons as well. Yeah, the shield batteries are drained, but you got overcharge. Overcharge doesn't care if the shield battery has energy or not.
Yeah. And even here, this was kind of slow from Haas to get up there. But then look at that. Prismatic alignment. Oh my god.
Sure. Not bloody bad. A good ability on those Void Rays.
I'm like, I blinked and I'm like, where'd the prism go? I blinked. Like, it just disappeared the moment the Void Rays clicked on it, man. That is the power of the Void Rays there. And, you know, that style, if you don't have the cannons to anchor it in the batteries, the Void Rays can get overwhelmed, for sure. But I love this addition of just being like, nope, look, if I can just get cannons up, it's one of the most efficient defensive tools. You pair that with batteries, cannon battery together, you don't ever want to find yourself, no matter what race you are, in a situation where you're trying to break that.
Yeah. Well, back to the drawing board for ButAlways as we head into map number 2, which I think was one of the, I think it was maybe Oxide, one of the larger maps. I can't remember what the next one is.
Yeah.
But we are going again to a bit more of a more standard map, I suppose. But before we get there, we'll take a short break, guys, and cool our jets. We need to unwind after that game number 1. When we return, though, Haas versus ButAlways, game 2. We'll see you then. G'day, StarCraft fans. Welcome back. I'm Maynard. With me is Pig. You are watching the main event here for DreamHack Masters Taiwan. And, yes, we are in the midst of our final best of 5 for the evening. 1 game deep, with Haas currently enjoying that 1-0 lead over ButAlways. ButAlways, though, yet to do some damage on the board. I definitely believe this is the series where if we're going to see a non-3-0, this will be it. But, yeah. I guess it hasn't happened yet, has it?
It's crazy, dude. I mean, we've had some definitely fun build orders and so on, but there's been a lot of just like really good countering, right? There's been like, you know, the getting a good read on your opponent and shutting them the hell down and not really giving them an opportunity to do their game. And obviously, a great build order game, 1 for Haas. Can he continue it? I don't know. It feels like there's this. You mentioned first guy to do Nexus first a lot at peak, Protoss level in PvP. He does this so often. He steps out there into the middle of the ring. He waves his red flag and he tries to bait the bull, man, and it works a lot of the time. It's crazy.
Well, in the red here. Case in point. This is ButAlways. Maybe he can lure Haas into something, some kind of trap.
And his opponent down here in the bottom right, in the blue, it is Haas. Picking up gas first in PvP. Oh my.
All right. So, with the gas first, Pig, what do you foresee here for Haas?
I am not even going to try to predict it, Maynard. I'm going to be really generic and say he's going to make some fast tech. That's it. That's all I got. He's going to make some fast tech. This means he will shoot
up the tech tree. Yes.
You know, he's always got some special spice, a little bit of a different way of doing it. I guess Proxy Oracle is always, you know, something that could be out there. Maybe he's got a way of hitting that very fast, but it's gas first expand. Jesus. Oh, right. You know what? Maybe he did this last game and I just didn't notice it as well. Basically, he's going to be able to get a very quick tech, so probably just quick Void Rays to defend the expand is what I would imagine here.
Okay. I mean, not a bad call. Void Ray definitely has a ton of utility in early game. I mean, pretty much every matchup. Except usually in PvT, you want it to be on the, Terran side of the map.
Oh, we've got just a pretty standard opening for ButAlways into a proxy once again. Is it going to be a Robo yet again? I've talked about how crazy it is, how focused he is on proxy Robo often, but this time, no, he does change it up. Stargate, okay. So he's going to come in with probably a quick Oracle, but I do think Haas is going to drop his own Stargate, like, not much later at all. So the worst case here for ButAlways is if he goes like an Oracle, flies in the main, and there's a Void Ray popping as he gets there, because Void Rays just annihilate Oracles.
And it's scouted as well from Haas.
Wow. And he's going Forge again. Dude, Haas is such a beast. He's so good at reading these plays. And I mean, ButAlways is a little predictable in terms of he does like to do these one base all-ins all the time, but especially against Haas, because Haas is so greedy with his expands. And I mean, he's not going to be able to deny that Stargate from getting up, but there's already a shield battery going up in the main. Haas is going to start a Void Ray in the near future. He's already got Stalkers popping on out. There's an Oracle. Okay, yeah, I don't know if he's going to be able to find anything. Phoenix is... cancels the Oracle, makes a Phoenix. Okay. And expands, but Haas already sees it, dude. His scouting is on point.
Yeah. Haas broke off 2 probes to just basically scour the map and try and make sure that ButAlways is remaining honest. Turns out ButAlways not remaining honest. He's had a little cheeky underhanded play at the start of the game, but Haas onto his capers. Really good information for him.
Yeah. Okay, we'll have to see exactly how this goes. So I really do like surprise Phoenix against people who are making lots of defensive Void Rays. So I really like ButAlways' play if he could deny the scouting of his expand, whether it's a corner base or he kills the probe. But without having that, Haas is like, okay, 1 Void Ray, and I'll just play a normal game. Now, those Phoenix could kill the Void Ray, but obviously Stalkers will get there pretty quickly. So it's a dangerous move. The Phoenix is just going to pick up 2 probes, try and get on out of there, but they take a bit of damage. Haas is just going to go blink, and he's just simply going to have more probes than his opponent, so he's already ahead in this match.
Yeah. I mean, he's clearly played Knife Speed before, Pig. He's got the right reactions. He's been macroing out of this relatively well. A little bit of supply block for Haas, but not the biggest of deals. He can still keep making probes. And these Phoenixes are ButAlways not at a convincing enough count just yet. He's hiding a Twilight Council up here, so ButAlways still keeping it cheeky, keeping it very spicy. But what is the plan with this Twilight Council? Is this hiding some kind of blink assault, or is he trying to go for the Invisible Man house here?
Not exactly sure. I think Blink would definitely be the more standard thing. Haas is already setting up for his own forward gateway, so we can just do a big old Blink assault. Say, look, I'm a little ahead, let's do it. The DT Shrine will go down in the north. Haas does not have any detection right now. So, I mean, Phoenix into DTs in this situation is not really what you're thinking of, but always finding a way to get the cheeky tech on out. And, damn, man. This is actually looking like it's going to be, I would say, brutal, awesome game-winning attack for Haas with Blink, but I think the DTs are in time. So I think they're going to defend at home and just kill Haas on his side of the map. When you're committing to a timing like this as Haas, you absolutely just want to overwhelm. You don't want to be getting things like a robo, observers, cannons, or anything like that. So he's committing all out to this, and I don't think he realizes what's happening.
Yeah, I'm with you as well. Like, the scout of the Phoenix has a little bit of a look. You don't really, like, even if you just had a look at the main base, you really don't have any huge clues that something is amiss here. The pylon count in the main, you didn't get to see the natural, you didn't get to count the pylons down there. You just don't really know, and ButAlways is getting away with this strategy at the moment. And I'm with you, Pig, though. This big old Blink attack is kind of doomed on paper. I'm not a big fan of it here for Haas. I think that ButAlways is looking quite strong at the moment, like compositionally.
Yeah, not only are the Immortals good defensive with the batteries, right, but yeah, the DTs are just a winning blow. There's just nothing. No Oracle out for Haas, no observers, and that will probably be a GG from him. I mean, he might try to do something, but I think he just has to tap. Oh, look at that! He opens the door! Oh, that's so sick, Radon.
Forces the door open. I mean, the main is closed off again thanks to these Stalkers, but it's still DTs in the mineral lines, and these DTs will not take long to hack and slash through those Stalkers here. I mean, even just killing Stalkers is pretty sick damage. Those things are so expensive, 125.50 each one that goes down. Well done for ButAlways. The strategy working out really well.
Wow, this is just a crazy amount of damage. The Oracle's almost out. And look at that. He's going to try and catch both DTs in one revelation. No, he gets one of them. A little bit of cooldown until he can cast that spell again. So he's got to wait a moment, even though he's got the energy. And it should come off cooldown in just a second. Gets one, but there's still one in the mineral line.
Yeah, and he doesn't have the revelation energy for it. Oh, it hurts.
And this is about the best handling I've ever seen, Maynard. This is honestly, he has no answer to it. And he's done so good. But all he's doing is trying to wriggle away from getting put in the coffin. He's still getting put in the coffin eventually.
Yeah, there it is. ButAlways, I told you guys this wasn't going to be a 3-0. I was sweating a little bit after Haas won game one, but it's 1-1 here. ButAlways gets a point on the board. Well done. He had to be a little bit dirty to get it. He had to be a little bit dirty. He did a proxy that got scouted. It got changed up with that proxy. Then he's like, but what about a second proxy though?
That's it. I do like that flexibility. That was a pretty rough starting position, man. Big brain, ButAlways though finds a way. Phoenix very good versus Void Rays. Very good for harassment. Very good for keeping your opponent busy, killing their hallucinations. And yeah, I mean, Haas is scouting though. The fact he sees this and his other probe goes in and sees the Nexus go down right afterwards as well. Like, yeah. Haas just being a little greedy, skipping the robo entirely, and gets called out for it.
Yeah, the Phoenixes did find a little bit of damage there from ButAlways. It was pretty clever to try and pick up the Phoenixes instead of the Oracle and try and trick Haas, but that was actually so slick. Lifting up those 3 Stalkers, opening the door up for the DTs.
Yeah, that
really
was
beautiful.
That was so cool, man. I've never seen 3 Stalkers get picked up to open a door, you know? I've seen them come in to pick up like the probe in the wall as the Adept shade through so they can't build the shield battery block. But that was a new one for me. So well done, ButAlways.
Yeah. I think even without the lift, ButAlways probably wins there, but it's just stylish. It's slick. I like it. Good micro maneuvers.
Good micro maneuvers, beautiful plays, and definitely putting a little bit of fear into Haas. You can't just just make Blink Stalkers third base. Absolutely nothing else. You've got to always worry with ButAlways. You know, he keeps you guessing and he looks for those cheeky advantages. However, we have now established ourselves in a meta in this match, Maynard. It's tied up 1-1. Both games, it's let's go for a cannon Void Ray expand. I mean, that's a cool, interesting style, and ButAlways hasn't really been able to kill it directly, so I think Haas is going to keep doing it.
I think so. You know, it stops, I feel like, 80% of the stuff that a Protoss wants to do in PvP. It's just solid against that. It's just interesting to see Haas being the defensive guy, taking it easy, you know, sitting back and waiting for the aggressive player to come to him, but always is being a lot more aggressive than Haas in the series. Haas hasn't been, I mean, he's not been cheesing. I mean, he did drop a gateway and he was intending to go for a Stalker attack, but he didn't open that way. He opened with a Stargate defensively and decided to do that later. So, you know, that was a counterplay to what he scouted. So, you know, he didn't open that game intending to go for some kind of all-in. So it's been, ButAlways has been the cheeser, Haas has been the defender, and game 3, I feel like it's going to be pretty similar. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, we'll see exactly what ButAlways starts to bring out as he goes, okay, because he knows the same as us. He's like, okay, this is going to happen again. How can I trick him? I do think maybe like a corner base at some point or a hidden expand while you're pretending to do a proxy commitment. But it's kind of hard because Haas is like scouring the map with his probes. Like Haas's scouting is so good while he's trying to pull off this greed. So that's why this is kind of hard to set up the layers to actually pull off. But I mean, either way, we're going to see something cool. And I like this idea of it's just the moment he sees like, okay, you're one basing, reactive forge, plonks a cannon down at the front, gets that Void Ray. I just love this response as an idea, as something he's preparing very well, and he's really looking for the opportunity to do that.
Yeah, dude, I'm just really excited to start map number 3. I mean, for starters, I think it's Beacon Industries, which is a map that I literally have not seen in DreamHack yet. So I'm pretty excited for that. I think apparently Latin America, I saw in chat like a little bit ago before I closed it, that there was like a Latin America match that actually had Beacon Industries. So it does exist. It does exist. People are playing on it, which I'm pleased to see.
Rarely, but it does happen, and that is awesome to see. As we hear that countdown in the background, we know the game is loading, which means we've got some more PvP action. Often we do get in one of these best of fives between these two at least one game that crosses the 10-minute mark. So if we're lucky today and get a quote-unquote macro game between the two of them, so far it's been both of them under 7.5 minutes, I believe.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm hoping for a longer game too, but I have a feeling this is going to be a bit of a trend. In the bottom left here, winning game number 2, looking to try and take the lead in game 3. This is ButAlways.
And he is going for a 15 pylon out on the map. Ooh,
hell
cheesy
yeah.
cheese. Will this player scout it and respond in time? He's chrono boosted his probes very early, oddly there. It's Haas.
Yeah, teensy tiny bit early.
So we should probably see 2 gates and a forge for ButAlways, but no, only 1? Oh.
I've seen the 2 gateway forge rush where you just go slow zealot and cannon push. Seen this before, but
this is not that.
No, it's not that. It's a
what?
He was rallying another probe out there, so
he's fake cannon rushing.
Okay.
He's fake, but he doesn't have anything behind. He's going to go for a gasless expand behind. Has he forgotten his forge? I'm so confused.
I think he's expanding. I think he's expanding behind this. No, there's a probe still here. No, he's going to build more stuff. What is this? Yeah, I'm so confused.
There's no gas. He's just started gas now. What? He's building a cybercore and 2 gases. Wait, what?
Yeah, sorry for this commentary, guys, but I literally have never seen this.
No, it doesn't make sense. I think he's made a mistake. ButAlways must have made a mistake.
Did he proxy his cybercore?
Why would he do this on 1 gate? I'm so confused.
Huh.
He's going to do a Stargate. Okay, so he's trying to force him to be scared. He's baited the cannon response out of Haas. Oh, okay. So he knew Haas would react with cannons, so he's forcing Haas to wall himself in with cannons, and then he's going to go into Void Rays and just kind of start busting it down. So this was planned, but always, this is not a mistake. He actually is playing Haas potentially like a fiddle here. He knew exactly what response he was going to get out of Haas. This is some next level meta mind game play out of ButAlways.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like, I was like, what is this? What is this? Why is the Cybercore proxied? And then as soon as the pylon got put next to the main mineral line, or rather the main base of Haas here, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, this is Voids. So this is a shield battery push against the Protoss here. Oh my goodness. This is 40,000 IQ from ButAlways. It's scouted by Haas's Zealot though.
But Haas is going Robo. He's got a Zealot and an Adept right now. I mean, the Adept's useful. Battery gets cancelled. Oh, because he needs the money for the Void Ray, maybe? No. I think it's because he was worried about it getting scouted, but he's already had it seen now. So I think he went for that battery a bit too early. Void Ray is now on the way, but this has given away what he's doing. Now, Haas only has 1 gate Stalker, so unless this Adept does crazy damage, which... Oh, next level! 3 pylon wall off. I mean, it's expensive, but it stops the Adept. That's well worth it. He's going to have like 1 or 2 Stalkers, a couple batteries, and a cannons up against these Void Rays. This is going to be so hard for ButAlways to defend that Robo. I'm surprised he didn't cancel it and build a Stargate.
Yeah. Also, ButAlways canceled the shield battery, but only the one that was in vision of the Zealot, but kept the other one alive. Maybe trying to give Haas a false sense of security.
Yeah, I don't think he knew. He didn't know it had been scouted, and he just realized he'd built one a bit too close and didn't want to give it away. Oh, he gets the cannon. It was 9 Ray. The battery finishes too late there. And now look at that. Void Ray's prismatic alignment is draining a lot of energy out. Zealot thinking about working on the front. Void Ray does have to be careful. He's going to wait now for the second Void Ray to arrive. Of course, does have to start fighting as that shield battery. Got to protect that. Double Void Ray, though. One of them has prismatic alignment available as well. And ButAlways here. Okay, second gateway is about to be warping in 2 Stalkers at a time. Battery overcharge will be available soon, but... Oh, the Stalkers! One of them goes down.
Now 1 Stalker going down. Very nice. That pylon getting quite low on the front line as well. Haas doesn't have the luxury of losing a pylon here. He can't produce anything anymore.
Uh-oh, that is a big supply block. Yeah, Haas is going to have to build some more shield batteries. He's only got 4 Stalkers. And there's a third Void Ray here. Oh no, 3 Void Rays wrecks 4 Stalkers, Maynard. And there's more and more batteries covered down. Dude, this is so well executed. ButAlways is killing this.
Yeah, and he's killing Haas. This is just brutal. This strategy from ButAlways is working out here. Now, I mean, Haas is getting his 3 gateways, but still warp-ins coming in as the 2 pylons finish on the right side there, repowering these shield batteries. Another pylon going to get picked off. The Stalker from Haas just walking up the ramp there with a Zealot supporting it. Gateway about to go down as Haas, I think, still has 2 warp gates just behind his main mineral line. And he's just trying to be patient with his Stalkers, trying to bide his time, but just... Oh, that's the full energy shield battery. Goodbye.
Oh, that's real nasty. If he gets the other one as well, there's almost no healing left there. I don't know if there's any battery overcharge. There is. There we go. Good force field, though, does trap those Stalkers up next to those Void Rays. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Oh, ButAlways with a next level fake cannon rush. Baits this pylon. Forge block response from Haas, and then just goes into proxy Void Rays a little delayed. This was some next level mind game cheese. ButAlways, what a master of playing his opponent.
Incredible control on the Void Rays as well, just to keep them alive as they continue to just find value in the main base of Haas. The cheese man is being cheesed here, and he is losing it. ButAlways on match point here after winning game 3 on Beckett Industries with one heck of a strategy.
That's the smile of a man who just tricked his opponent at multiple stages of that game. He looked very cheeky at the end of that one, ButAlways did. Just grinning to himself and cracking a good smile. Only 1 game away from knocking Haas down to the lower bracket.
Wow. Well, we got to see 4.5 minutes of Beckett Industries, so that was great. Nice and refreshing there to see that map getting played on. Yeah, I mean, I'm shocked, man. ButAlways is looking so good. I mean, I thought the series would be close, and I still think that Haas could potentially still win it. I have to win 2 in a row. ButAlways is just so tricky.
Yeah, he is a cheeky guy. I mean, that pylon wall off to block the Adept. His shield battery not getting there in time to protect the cannon was a big one, because cannons do a lot of damage. So if you can keep them alive with like battery overcharge, it really does anchor your position. But that Robo, you know, the Robo in the back of the base just did nothing for Haas. Didn't use it at all. I really do think he should have cancelled it once he saw the shield battery and maybe dropped a Stargate of his own.
Yeah, your own Stargate kind of needs to come down when you see the shield batteries, or like, you know, when you have the inclination that your opponent's going Stargate. Robo as a response is very strange. Just doesn't make a lot of sense on paper.
Yeah. This is definitely a good situation now for ButAlways, as cheeky grin and a little bit of a celebration there for ButAlways as he finishes that one up. This is cool. So yeah, definitely not just one gate expands, right? We're also seeing an understanding of how he reacts to a cannon rush. ButAlways knew exactly how Haas was going to respond to getting cannon rushed, and he actually said, hey, let's let you wall yourself in fully. Can't deal with me building a Stargate and batteries outside your base. If your own wall is actually protecting me building my siege units basically outside your base.
Yeah, too true. It's something I've not seen before, but now I have seen it, and I can only hope that I see it again. I'm sure Haas disagrees, but I had a good time seeing. That's one of those builds that you bring out and then you kind of put it in your back pocket and wait for the next tournament, because that's one of those things that if another Protoss sees this game, they're going to pick up what ButAlways is putting down and react differently. I think it's one of those denial of information kind of things. Like if you see that coming, it can be shut down super hard because of how committed it is. I heard that countdown, by the way, Pig. That snuck into my headset. So sounds like Game 4's around the corner.
It could be another 4.5 minutes from the end of this series, Maynard. It would be actually insane if that happens, but we will see how it goes. All right. Oh, he's got to make the comeback. He's the favorite in this series, but he needs to win this map and the next one to get out of here. In the bottom right, it's Haas.
And in the top left, realizing that if you come at the king, you best not miss. Can he do it for the third game here? This is ButAlways.
Earlier probe going across here for Haas this time. Does have that high ground gate. Do we see the second gas? Yes. Haas going back to 2-gate territory by the looks of it. Looks a lot more of a standard opening at the very least. ButAlways may have intimidated him back to safer play.
Yeah. It's the most ho-hum regular of openers here. No gas first, no nothing like that. No 1-gate expands. Just good old 2-gate. With the 2 probes and the 2 assimilators.
Probe from ButAlways heading down the south of the map. Definitely looks like a proxy probe.
Certainly does. I mean, it wouldn't be a ButAlways PvP if he hasn't proxied something. It's been every game now.
Yeah, I like that it's his standard. So ButAlways really is a creature of habit who becomes an absolutely deep expert at doing these builds. It does predictably get scouted, but so far he's reacted pretty well even when it does. So, sees the pylon.
Yeah, scouted proxy does not mean that he's won here, but it obviously is an advantage for Haas.
Haas.
He missed this structure. That's.
He
knows there's a pylon there. You gotta scout for the. Oh, he's just gonna send the stalkers over.
I don't know if he noticed it. This is a weird thing because Haas surely should have double checked it. I think he just sent his probe there. I think he just realized now. He's actually built a pylon in the wall off of ButAlways. And he's going to send these stalkers over and probably try to depower that.
Yeah.
Ooh. This is going to get weird, Maynard. It's 2 adepts coming across the map. ButAlways is blocking it so that Haas can't wall off his base. So the adepts can get on in there. So how much does Haas commit to his defending his probes? How much to taking the Stargate down? I think he can easily depower the Stargate. Yeah, that gets cancelled. Wise call there. ButAlways queues up 2 more stalkers and I think just goes for the expand, but he can't. He doesn't have a probe at home. Oh, he's walled out of his base. And
Haas got the wall off.
He messed it up. The pylon was placed wrong. Oh, no.
ButAlways. I mean, good idea in theory, but didn't execute quite well enough here in Haas. I mean, this early game is all Haas right now.
Yeah. Oh, the adepts are going to hide, so that's cute. He's going to try and come in from an unexpected angle from behind the natural. Builds a robo behind it and a 3rd gateway. Does ButAlways. Haas also builds a robo. Adepts here just looking to see when that Nexus comes down. They're going to try and shade in from the unexpected angle. But now the Stalkers are on him.
Yeah, so the Adepts actually... Oh, they finished the shade here? The recall. Yeah, so they are going to survive, but Haas 2 on the ball there. Goes for the scout across the map to have a little look.
Yeah, he's going to hide behind the natural as well and go, hey, you don't have an expansion either. Funny thing is, they're losing a Stargate alone. It's not the end of the world, right? It's a bit of momentum, but it's not the end of the world. Haas, though, 29 probes versus 23 from ButAlways. And ButAlways is like, oh, damn, you scouted my Stargate. I guess I'm just going to make Prism Stalker my favorite thing to do. Pro comes in, sees 4 Stalkers. I think you got a pretty good idea.
Too. Yeah.
Oh, he's going to go Colossus now. He's like, okay, you scouted my Prism Stalker. I guess I'll make a Robo then, and maybe even add Disruptors. There are so many layers. Oh, he just keeps transitioning every time he gets spotted, man.
Oh, man, this is... ButAlways must be the most frustrating player to play on the ladder. He really must. Like, this is just so hard to keep up with what he's up to. Like, you have to just completely blanket his main constantly with hallucinated phoenixes to even have a shot. And then you're like, well, what about the corners of the map?
Yeah.
One of the games in the series, he put a Dark Shrine out there, Pig. I'm never safe. It's not paranoia if they're always coming at you.
Definitely keeps you guessing. Haas has done a splendid job this game. Shield Battery, Immortal Sentries. And, I mean, Disruptors could take this out, but I really feel if you don't have a Nexus, like, technically, you can win with 1 or 2 good Disruptor shots, but it's going to be very hard. And Steps are out on the map, trying to kind of deny the scouting by the looks of it, just making sure he doesn't get spotted. And that hallucinated Phoenix is going to come in towards the main. You're going to see it with the Adept. Does he get his Stalkers there in time to block it?
All right, Prism Disruptor here, but always going to go for some harassment with that Disruptor, or even just try and catch the army of Haas. If you can unload the Disruptor in the dark, fire that Nova off in range of the army and just take it down while Haas is looking. I mean, that would be potentially game-winning here, but always.
He sees the Robo Bay, drops the Stargate, does Haas. He wants to get Phoenix to disable that. Stalkers do catch one of those Adepts in the middle of the map. Could be bait, though, but there's an Observer. He sees it. He sees it. Uh-oh. Oh, this is so dicey, man. Right now, I mean, we are seeing that Stargate. That's the hard counter to this. As it is, it's one big Disruptor shot. But look at this. Haas is, like, hallucinating units. You don't know which ones are real and which ones aren't.
Well, the Disruptor Nova does not discriminate. It'll go for the middle of the pack here, trying to get as many units as possible.
Oh, notice how he's trying to focus fire with the Immortals. You can't drop the Disruptor because those Immortals are there. Oh, Haas with some great plays. The Immortals are saying, hey, if you drop down, we're just going to click on you. Oh, such great micro by Haas.
And overcharge the shield battery. The Immortals are staying juiced up. They are not going down.
Oh, he throws the wrong Disruptor.
Where is that Nova? Oh, the hotkey from ButAlways. Oh. A mess up there, a blunder, and he's getting punished for it.
Finally, it goes out. And he will get a Sentry and a Stalker. But a bit too late. I think Haas has already just really taken the brunt out of this force. Half the Adepts have gone down, a few Stalkers, and these Immortals with the Prism. This is such a clever way of dealing with it because those guys, they can kill a Disruptor in just a couple shots.
Now that Nova whiffs. Obviously, the Prism going to save these Immortals. Those things can dance all day.
Yep, FPS Immortal there. They both have their knives out, so they run fast. They've got the Prism there ready to pick them up and get them back to safety. More Adepts coming in as well. Continuing to go in and focus fire. Gosh, his Prism Viker is so good. It is. Oh, man. He does take out the Observer of Haas, but now there's a Phoenix here as well, which, of course, can disable those Disruptors. 7 minutes 17. We are going to get past 7.5 minutes in this one, Maynard. Just barely, though, I think.
But always still on one base, though, so it is the game that I'm used to seeing. Oh, that one connects there, kills the Stalker, heavily damages that Immortal, but it's still alive. Yeah. And that's the problem for ButAlways, is that Haas still has so much firepower.
Those Immortals are slaying right now. The Phoenix, always just so powerful at damaging that Prism. And look at that, disabling that, takes it down. One Immortal comes in, but it's not enough. Haas has just got the numbers, and he defends ButAlways here. The 7 layers of cheese. Quattro Formaggio, whatever you want to call, whatever just ButAlways did. That was some crazy wild tech switch stuff.
Quattro Formaggio is 4 cheese. 7 layers would be a different number, but that's okay. You know, don't worry about that. That's a but actually, you know, that's a well actually. I pull my glasses down the bridge of my nose and look at you, Pig, and
Jesus
go full Twitch
can't
chat
count,
on you.
Maynard. They don't know how to count. Come on.
It is true. I mean, ButAlways can't count past 1 Nexus in this series. That's for sure. Actually, no, he did get a natural one time. He did get a natural one time, but that's you know, that was I think it was forced upon him. He didn't want it.
Yeah.
There's no way he wanted that natural Nexus. ButAlways does not play PvP like that. That's for macro normies expanding. But this is, I mean, we get out of here, Windows 10. No one asked for your opinions, mate.
Hi, I'm Cortana. Can I help you with that?
Hey Siri, play "Bleed" by Meshuggah. You're welcome, everyone out there that has Apple phones. Anyway, but the But we told you guys this was going to be a close series. We told you this was going to be entertaining. We told you it would be a bloodbath. It would be crazy. It would be wild. And this series is absolutely delivering. We're going to get a game 5 here. But an absolute bloodbath.
Yeah, man. These guys just jumping into the pit and just swinging at each other. Good to see Haas, I think, step back from the wild openings and play a little bit of a more demure one. Just kind of scouting very well, though. And I think at this point, it might be time for ButAlways in this series to make it look exactly the same, but then do the proxy inside his main base. Because Haas is searching everywhere on the map for it. I think it's time to hide your tech inside your main base, because that is actually the hidden place in this series.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't that be crazy to actually put a pylon and a tier 2 structure in your main? They wouldn't expect that.
I'm kind of saying it like it's a joke, but I really do mean it. I'm like, no, in this series with this meta,
I'm with you.
Like Haas is sending so much money, sending those 2 probes around the map. So yeah, I think he definitely could take advantage of that. But it's a hard ask, because that proximity, to their base, the ability to get close to them does make a big difference.
I mean, this is getting to the 5th game of a wild PvP. It's late in the evening here in Australia. I mean, I feel like it's 3 a.m. in a party, and I'm just down with anything. It's like whatever you want to do, guys. Let's go for it. Like you want to put more buildings in the middle map. You want to go for a 4 gateway slow zealot rush. You want to go for the 2 gateway forge cannon thing. You want to try proxy void rays again. You want to go double Stargate void ray in a PvP. I'm like, whatever. Let's go. I'm on Mr. Bones' wild ride, and I don't want to get off. Take me to the stars. Pass but always. I can't wait.
Ah, man. That is exactly it. I feel like at this point, Nexus first versus a proxy Stargate Void Ray. Show us what you got. And it is, of course, at this point where both players will simply take fast expands and go 3 base blink, first blink. And we'll have a 45-minute blink disruptor match, Maynard. You just wait. These guys are going to show us the whole gamut. Honestly, though, haven't seen proxy DTs on 1 base, so maybe it's time for that to come out. We have seen a few Stargates. Maybe it's time for the proxy Robo to come out again from ButAlways. Or who knows, maybe Haas will take his turn to actually do a 1-base proxy this time around.
Yeah, I mean, the mad scientist, the guy that everyone tunes in because they just want him to cheese the hell out of another pro player. I know what you want, chat. I know what you want. You want Haas to just do something dirty and kill someone and then just laugh and put your fingers into an evil pyramid and just be like, hee, yeah, Haas, he did it again. But he's actually been the defender, but always has been the crazy guy in this series. Let's see if Haas changes it up here. But Blackburn, a final battlefield between these 2 monsters from the Taiwan region in the bottom left. This is ButAlways.
And his opponent in the bottom right, in the blue. It's none other than Haas. Of course, these 2 players spawning on Blackburn going to be fighting over the Pirates' gold bases in the north of the map. Dangerous loot, but well worth it if you can get away with it.
Probe going across the map here for ButAlways, dropping that extra gases. Kind of looks like 2 gateways from ButAlways, but with the probe pretty quick across the map. It's always sinister.
Yeah, much earlier scout there from ButAlways, and does come up. Haas kind of trying to fake like he was going for a 1-gate expand there, but does just turn around to chase the probe. Oh, he is going a 1-gate expand.
All right.
Okay. And wow. Okay. Haas turned to do a proxy, and he's doing it behind the gold of ButAlways. ButAlways looking around right now going, what are you up to, Haas? Both players, of course, mining a lot. ButAlways does not have another probe on the map. I think he's going to hide his tech in his main, Maynard.
That's crazy. All right, well, extra gateway going down here from Haas. I think he's trying to sell a story. The gateway's so late, though. ButAlways, if he's paying attention, will know something's not quite right.
That's going to be probably Stargate here for Haas, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay, so Stargate there for Haas, very close over on this side of the map. Meanwhile, 2 Stalkers for ButAlways. 3rd pylon goes down in the main base as well. Ooh, oh, I think ButAlways is going to make a Robo. He's waiting for the probe to be gone. So I think he drops that Robo now in his main. Oh, Stargate in the main. Okay, but once again, hiding it. I love it. I love seeing ButAlways hiding his tech, dude, inside his main base, like a normie. The most surprising thing a cheesy proxy player can do is just hide their tech inside their main base. Just do a completely normal opening, maybe even expand off the back of this. Really cool play so far from ButAlways.
That saying from Artosis was one of the most legendary things he's ever said, and he's a guy that said a lot of legendary things.
Yeah, there's one man who can package the most complicated strategy game in the world into catchphrases better than anybody else. It really is Artosis.
Yeah. It really is the best.
Summarizes strategy in such a concise way, and the Adept does get pushed back there. Stalker's poking the front, but seeing no
High
Nexus.
ground, Anakin.
ButAlways, he's building a Phoenix that does not defend an Oracle, though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Ooh. It's a fair bit of damage there. Yeah.
It's that Oracle. It's coming out now. Hey.
Yeah. I mean, Phoenixes used to be great against Oracles back in the day, but now that thing's armored.
It's going to expand first. I don't know, but that Oracle looking dangerous right now. Oh, no. Oh, catching him completely off guard. Phoenix pops out. There's two of them there, so he will only lose about 7 probes. Oh, my God. Phoenix takes so long to kill Oracles.
Oh, well, the Oracle dies, but 7 probes. That is pretty damn good. Haas is up 11 workers here in this game, and he's transitioning. And that Twilight Council down in his main base. But always says, you proxy me, I proxy you. Piling across the map here.
And he's all in. ButAlways is not even building more. Oh, no, he starts another probe there. Oh, no, he goes to lift up the probe, but he can't actually
shield battery range.
Yep, shield battery does not care about 1 Phoenix. Even 2 Phoenix, you need to make sure they shoot at the same time, or they can't actually kill the probe through the shield battery. Stalker's coming in with this, but it's not that many. ButAlways needs to hide this. I don't like ButAlways showing what he's doing. I feel like he needs to kind of like hide what he's doing a little bit more. He's trying to just kind of pile it on, but okay, he starts the Twilight, keeps probing behind this. Maybe ButAlways doesn't go all in here, and in that case, I think exerting pressure is totally fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so if his Stalkers can clear up that top left, that's 2 pylons, Stargate depowered. He's still down 8 probes, but Haas is like, he's not started this Nexus just yet. There is a road to recovery here. It is possible for ButAlways, especially if he's kind of focusing on his minerals a little bit more than his gas.
Okay. Well, okay, ButAlways is dropping the Dark Shrine. You know, went behind, right?
Oh, he's still walled in his base, though, so that's a bit scary.
Okay. Top left pylon going to get taken down, so ButAlways is just clearing up the map from Haas's unwanted proxies, and yeah, that wall off is really quite painful. ButAlways like to have a little bit more presence on the map here.
Ah!
Hey, one more shot. There we go.
He's going to lose a pile on the map. Needs to start rebuilding those right now. Now, ButAlways goes for his gold. So he says, look, I'm in a bad spot. Let's just take the gold. Really needs to get rid of that Stargate, but walks right past it, and he's building another pylon in the middle of the map. Haas has got Blink. ButAlways needs to chill. He needs to back off here and depower that Stargate. I really do think he has no business being on Haas' side of the map right now. I know he wants to pick up some units with the Phoenix, but with Blink now being done, he's falling into Haas' trap.
Yeah, Haas got way too much here. This is unbreakable at the moment, but always the blink advantage for Haas is also here. Yeah, and he's got the Observer.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's... Yep. Just loses every single Stalker. He just had no business being on this side of the map. I mean, it does scare him, so it surprises for the DTs. That was his whole plan, but there's an Observer there. Oh, man. I think he saw the blur, so his DTs pulled back. Oh, no, he didn't see the blur. He just wanted to go all in at once for the kill move, and he walks right through the Observer. Oh!
Womp, womp. GG! Oh, ButAlways. He's got a bit of a grin.